Hello and welcome to our Northern Europe MSC Preziosa vlog series. In this episode, we experience an MSC embarkation. We are completely shocked by the main buffet. We have our first evening meal in the main dining room. And be sure to watch until the end to find out how our evening of MSC entertainment went.
Hi, I'm Tom.
And I'm Dom.
And we are
Tom and Dom Travel. And welcome to day one, embarkation.
Well, that was probably the quickest embarkation we've ever had.
Yeah, it was absolutely incredible actually, from turning up at the Horizon terminal to actually stepping foot on MSC Preziosa took about 20 minutes. It was absolutely incredible.
We didn't even have enough time to really understand what was going on, did we? We arrived there, straight up the escalator, in the queue, out the queue, on the ship.
Very, very well done, MSC. It definitely is the quickest, most efficient embarkation process we have ever done. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
It was our first time in the Horizon terminal, which was quite interesting for us.
Yeah, it was interesting because we've been past the Horizon terminal many times, watching it being built, and since it has been built, but it was quite nice to actually go in it. So that means we've now embarked from every terminal in Southampton.
Do we get a certificate for that?
I haven't had one yet. When we got on the ship, it was a flurry of activity really. There was a lot going on. We embarked at deck 6, and as soon as we got on the ship, we were met by various different people, all trying to promote their products, what they've got on offer, drinks packages, children's club,
specialty dining, lots and lots of sort of upsell, shall we say. But then that is MSC's sort of model. You can pick up an absolute bargain of a cruise, and then while you're on board you are encouraged to obviously purchase additional extras. You don't have to, but there's always somebody around to take that order. We embarked on deck 6 and straight into sort of the main piazza area, which is really quite spectacular. We've got the Swarovski. No, you done. Swarovski staircase, which is absolutely spectacular. Very similar experience to MSC Preziosa, really.
We had our bags, our coat, our hoodies on. Basically, we were quite hot and flustered, and we wanted to get rid of our stuff as quick as possible. So we thought, should we chance it and see if our room's ready? And we headed up to the cabin, and luckily for us, it was ready. So bear in mind that this was not even 12 o'clock yet, probably. We were able to leave our bags in the cabin and head off back to explore the ship.
Because we were doing a Northern European cities cruise, we were expecting it to be quite cold. However, in Southampton, it was 20 degrees, believe it or not, in October.
Late October, yeah.
We then went and just had a little explore around, try and get familiar with Preziosa and just sort of familiarise ourselves where everything is. By then it was around about lunchtime and both of us were quite hungry, so we tried to go into our designated main dining restaurant, which is the Golden Lobster down on deck 5. However, they told us that for new passengers you had to make your way upstairs to the buffet, so they weren't seating us on our embarkation day, which was a little bit disappointing, but
not sure why that is. So the main dining rooms were open for passengers already on board, but they wouldn't allow new embarkating passengers to use the main dining room. So, like you said, we headed up to the buffet, and the buffet is actually huge.
Massive, absolutely huge. So much seating.
Loads of seating.
Incredible.
However, we did notice that all the passengers tended to be midship area of the buffet, and if you headed to the aft area of the buffet, there seemed to be lots of seats and actually much better views.
Yeah, the views from the aft of the buffet were absolutely incredible. It's sort of a whole glass wall just looking out, absolutely spectacular.
Yeah.
But it was so quiet.
Really quiet, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So whether a lot of passengers were out in Southampton, or as it was quite early, they hadn't embarked yet, so it was a quiet experience though. For lunch though, because we were on MSC, we were in the buffet, we just had to have Pizza.
So we had a couple of slices of pizza. I had a little portion of pasta. You tried some of the roast beef. We were really blown away by the selection on board. Absolutely incredible, really. They're just sort of rows and rows and rows upon different types of food. There wasn't any sort of queuing. It was absolutely amazing, and the selection was so vast.
Lots of things you would expect from MSC. So lovely selection of bread, great selection of cold meats, plenty of fruit, lots and lots of choice, as you said. We also had some drinks with lunch. On MSC in the buffet you can actually order cans of soda, cans of soft drink. So we had, I had a Pepsi Man.
I had a 7-Up. Other brands are available.
I don't know if they are available on MSC.
Oh, they might not be.
But it's Pepsi, not Coke, so
yeah, that's true.
don't promise something you can't deliver.
So it is table service. For drinks, they will come to your table. And
no, there were a lot of staff waiting about as well to help people, so it took no time at all to be served.
No time at all. From the INCA buffet then, that's on deck 14, we then made our way up to deck 15, where they've got a garden pool area with outdoor pool as well as a vast amount of seating available. So we decided to sit there and just soak up sort of the ambience and have a few drinks.
Yeah, it was a really nice place to sit, considering it was warm in Southampton at this point. We sat outside, enjoyed a glass of Prosecco and soaked up the atmosphere. After our drinks at the aft of the ship, we then thought we'd have a little bit of an explore. So we had a little walk to the indoor pool area, didn't we, which is quite interesting. It's something that we've noticed a few MSC ships do, and they do it really well. Plenty of space, lovely and warm, huge pool, and plenty of hot tubs.
And the interesting thing about the indoor pool is it has actually got a retractable roof. As we're doing a North European cities cruise, yeah, I think that roof will be staying on.
It'll remain closed.
Yeah. We had a little explore around the area and just waited for our room to be ready, because I don't know where I'd read, but I saw that MSC cabins tend to be ready after 1:30, and pretty much bang on the dot, they basically put an announcement over the tannoy system to say that all new passengers could now go to their rooms. So that's exactly what we did.
Even though our belongings were already in the room, we just headed over just to have a little look, make sure everything was set up as we wanted to, which it wasn't. We were set up as 2 twin bed, but our cabin steward was there and we asked him to change it to a double, and that's what he did.
So we've opted for an interior inside cabin. Myself and Tom are very much a team inside. We tend to book inside cabins because essentially we can just cruise more often, and you know, how much time do you spend in the cabin?
But for us, we're not, we don't spend a lot of time at all, do we?
Out and about, enjoying the ship. We've spent the afternoon then just putting together our cabin tour, which I'll insert a link into the description on screen now.
Yeah.
Ample storage, plenty of space. In terms of the decor, perhaps not our favourite.
Well, maybe this picture behind us is a bit of a clue. If you can see the oranges in this picture, it gives you a clue of
it's a running theme. Orange.
the rest of the room.
Apparently it's supposed to represent gold and luxury. Opulence, that's what they said. It represents opulence.
After we'd finished unpacking in the cabin, we then headed down to the safari bar to get a drink.
Yes, so we wanted to just have a look at the entertainment that was planned, which was a dance lesson.
Yes.
It was quite interesting, lots and lots of, you know, it gave us our first sort of impression of the makeup of passengers on board. Lots and lots of different nationalities,
yeah.
Loads of families and children, really sort of mixed bag cruise, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got to say that the age range in this cruise is younger than we've had before, isn't it? So definitely a family atmosphere at the moment.
Yeah. The Safari Lounge is actually safari themed with a leopard print and safari themed paraphernalia. Very interesting. Never sort of experienced anything like it before.
Yeah.
Plenty of seating. You know, there's a large dance floor, there's a stage,
Yeah.
there's windows out looking onto the ocean. So it's a really nice sort of venue. We ordered ourselves a couple of glasses of champagne.
Yeah.
Reason being is within the cruise price that we paid, we were actually given the premium extra drinks package. So that basically covers us for any drink up to and including €13. We thought we'd treat ourselves to a glass of champagne.
Yeah, basically we thought, what's the most expensive thing on the menu? Let's order that.
Let's do it.
So that's what we did.
And basically we were in there enjoying the entertainment, and then over the tannoy, ding dong, about half past 4.
Ding dong.
Ding dong.
It's time for the muster drill.
Now, unlike any other cruise we've been on, MSC instructed all new passengers to go to their staterooms, go to their cabins.
Yeah, so up we went to the cabin.
As did all other passengers.
No, new embarking.
All new passengers. To watch the safety video that was on screen at 5:45.
Yeah.
Which standard procedure that we've seen on, you know,
Yeah.
post-COVID. You watch a video and then you go to your muster station.
In your own time.
Yes, in your own time, but MSC, you've got to do it all together with everybody else as well, which was really, really strange.
And the way they check that you've watched it is they ask you to ring or call a number that they display on screen at the end of the muster drill to make sure you've watched it.
And then you've got to make your way to your muster station. Now, for our stateroom, our muster station was actually the Safari Lounge.
Yeah, so we went up to our stateroom, watched the video, back down to the Safari Lounge where we were before.
And they scan your cruise card, you walk through,
About 20 members of crew waving at
waving
them.
at you, walk round and out, and you're done, basically.
Done. So easy, just different.
Very different.
So from there we had one more drink in the Safari Lounge and then headed back up to our room, get ready for our evening dinner. Once we were ready for dinner, we headed down to the Golden Lobster. What we did notice was that during our booking we'd opted for late dining, but on our cruise card it said anytime dining. We arrived 7 o'clock to be greeted and sat at a table for 2, which was lovely.
Really, really nice. MSC usually give you a choice of early sit-in, which is really early.
Really early. 5:45?
5:45 or 6 o'clock it starts.
Yeah.
Really, really early.
Yeah.
Or a second sit-in, which is 8:15.
8:15, so too late.
It's
for
too
us.
late. So yeah, we were quite pleased when we had the anytime dine-in, which must have been included in our package somehow. Booked a table for 7 o'clock and we can go there all week. So
That's it.
really, really pleased with that.
So it works with the theatre shows. You've got a 7 o'clock theatre show, which if you've got late dining, you're expected to go to the theatre before you eat. And then a 8:30 theatre show, which you're expected if you've got early dining to go after you eat. So nothing later than that in the theatre, which for us, ideally, we prefer a mid-time dining, so around 7ish, and then a later theatre show.
Dinner in the Golden Lobster last night was lovely. They took our wine order. I do love the bread on MSC. The selection of bread came.
We both had a glass of red wine.
We
didn't
did have a glass of red wine with our dinner. I can't remember what it was because it was a recommendation from our waiter. But it was beautiful. It was that beautiful. We both finished off the bottle. But that's the thing, they just keep topping you up.
Yeah. For starter, I had the wonderful cauliflower soup, as wonderful as cauliflower soup can be. It was actually really tasty, and I had a bread roll to go with it.
And I opted for the minestrone soup on the MSC always available menu.
Yeah.
I just didn't fancy any of the starters on the main menu. And I've got to say, it's one of the best minestrone soups I've ever had. Plenty of vegetables. It wasn't thin. It was really, really nice. And obviously with a bit of Italian MSC bread with it was beautiful.
For main then, I had chicken casserole, and it was delicious. It had chicken legs in actually, which I was a bit unsure about, but there was no bones in there, so Really, really lovely, and it had little roast potatoes with it.
I think it was the chicken legs that put me off from having it, really.
No bones. So.
No bone. It did look absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
For my main then, I opted to have the pork chop with anchovy butter. Now, I'm not an anchovy lover, and I was so grateful when they brought me this pork chop because the butter was sort of sat on a lemon and I was able just to scoop it off. Pork chop was beautiful, really, really tasty. It wasn't dry at all, and the roasted vegetables that came with it were really nice as well.
Yeah. For dessert,
I had the cheese selection, which was very, very nice. I do love sort of a cheese board for dessert. I just don't understand why they only give you 2 tiny little crackers with
your
it. Your
face is like, 2
crackers.
It looks in disgust.
And they weren't even cream crackers. They were those, they're like saltines or something like that.
Cracker aficionado.
But they were nice. I just wish they'd given you more. But
maybe you should have asked.
Oh yeah, I'm sure if I'd asked, they'd
tonight you can say.
Well, no. To be fair, all I'm going to end up doing this week is eating. So missing out on a couple of crackers is not going to kill me.
Yeah, you're not going to miss out. And I had white chocolate mousse. It was a bit like a cheesecake, I suppose, wasn't it? 'Cause it had like a cakey, biscuity base. It was okay. I wasn't getting a lot of white chocolate flavour out of it, so it was a bit bland. But no complaints. It was definitely passable.
All in all, we were in the main dining room for only an hour, really. We were
Superb
out.
service.
Oh, it was amazing.
Superb service. Yeah.
No, top notch. Really, really well done, MSC.
So by the time we'd finished our dinner,
and the wine,
and a whole bottle of wine, it was nearly time for the show. So we headed straight to the theatre.
The theatre on board MSC Preziosa is spectacular. It's absolutely huge.
It's huge. It's split over 2 levels and it is vast. It seems unusually for the ship, actually, which seems to have quite low ceilings. But then when you get into the theatre, it is
just opens up and
huge.
It's just absolutely vast. Incredible, really. So in the main theatre this evening, the show was an Italian tribute.
Yeah.
I quite enjoyed the beginning.
Tom says he enjoyed the beginning because he didn't see the end. I stayed awake for the whole show. And it was in Italian. Everything was sang in Italian.
Oh, they did do 1 or 2 songs in English.
There were bits of songs in English, but it was majority in Italian. It felt like there was 3 tenors singing in Italian, and then the cast of a chorus line dancing behind them for some reason. Not Italian at all.
And the dancing really didn't go with the songs, did it?
No, but Italian music does not really dancing.
No, that's true. You don't need that.
I didn't go at all. And for an Italian night, I didn't feel immersed in any Italian culture at all. Though it was interesting, shall we say, but not the best we've seen. After the theatre show, we headed back to our haunt from this afternoon, the Safari Lounge, which was much busier now. There were a band playing and we sat out near the aft windows. You could see the wake at the back, but not a lot because it was pitch black.
Very dark. It was very busy in there. As Tom said, there was loads of entertainment going on. When we first arrived, there was band playing, and then a little bit later on, they started the evening's karaoke.
Kind of karaoke crossed with X Factor, because each of the karaoke singers, they gave us paddles that we could vote on whether we thought they were good, where we'd hold up a green side, and bad if we'd hold up a red side.
Yeah, never done that before.
No, so quite brutal. But
we got chatting to a lovely couple.
Which we spent a few hours chatting with them, didn't we, about their cruise experiences and what they've done.
One thing to note about the bar service on MSC Preziosa. The last few times that we've gone on a cruise, in terms of ordering or getting hold of a drink, it was relatively easy. There were plenty of staff that would come by and take your order. On Preziosa, it's a little bit different because there seems to be a lot less bar staff available.
Yeah.
So you do have to go up and actually queue and ask for a drink. This can take anywhere between 10 and 30 minutes. In Safari last night, I felt sorry for the husband of the couple that we were talking to, because I think he was gone for about 30-35 minutes.
That was disappointing.
It was,
really?
Yeah. But hopefully it'll pick up. Obviously, first night, a lot of Brits on board. The bars are going to be busy.
After the karaoke, which we enjoyed, we voted everybody green.
We did, just for getting up.
We were very generous. We headed up to the buffet.
INCA buffet up on deck 14. Again for their late night snacks. Oh god, the selection was absolutely huge. There are snacks available up until 1 o'clock. From the INCA buffet, from pizza to little snacks. And there was a pizza there that I'd heard about on MSC before, and that's the charcoal pizza.
Yeah.
I never had one before, so I was so excited to try one. So yes, I know pizza again.
Pizza. So yeah, we keep saying there's a huge selection in the buffet, and we keep going for pizza. So,
we do love pizza.
We will try more, we promise.
But the charcoal pizza is black, hence the name charcoal. Really, really interesting, but it just tastes like bread. It doesn't make any difference to the taste at all. It's just black. But it was really nice.
Nice. And we'd have it again. The night wasn't over then, though, was it?
We continued.
Because then we
persevered just for you.
We headed out onto the deck for a little walk, and then we spotted the bright lights of the
Galaxy Disco.
So we thought, oh, we can't miss out on looking what's going on in the Galaxy Disco. So we went in for wandering.
Just one, because it had been a really long day.
Yeah.
We were both quite tired. They've decorated the majority of bars and venues on board in a Halloween theme.
Yeah.
And the Galaxy Disco is no different. They've really gone to town with the Halloween decorations, and we're quite looking forward to Halloween night.
Yeah.
I think we spent about 45 minutes up in Galaxy Lounge, plus disco up on deck 16.
Yeah, chatting to some more of our fellow passengers. What we did notice, though, that's worth pointing out, is that there were children in the Galaxy Disco, which is our first time we've ever been to a nightclub on our ship where children have been allowed in the nightclub. Just a bit of a strange situation, really, wasn't it? And the service, once again, we had to queue at the bar to get a drink. After about 45 minutes, I drank my Cosmo, you drank your gin, and we thought, let's call it a night. So we headed back to our cabin and off to bed.
Thanks for watching our day one vlog on MSC Preziosa. If you've got any comments, just pop them in the box below and we'll get back to you.
And please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Thanks for watching. We've got lots more content available on our YouTube channel, so press that subscribe button. If you're interested in receiving daily updates, we're available on most social media platforms. Just search for Tom and Dom Travel.